afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is AllStar Izzy. Hit that notification button and subscribe. Now let's dive directly into this video because this idea has been pondering in my mind, and I'm glad that it finally came to the surface of what I wanted to expand on. And we're going to be talking about that the best players in the game are the best communicators, the most effective communicators. We often speak about conversation rules the nation, but to dive a little bit deep into why I say that is because one important aspect of never leaving a woman confused, right? How you're leading her. Where is this going? What are we doing? How you even feel about her? This is where most players end up fucking up at, right? When they in the game, they think that they just need to keep a nonchalant attitude and not say a lot. Now, I'm not saying to over-explain. Don't say every step of your move. But the thing that comes with the effective communication is because you know that your words hold weight to what the woman is hearing. And that holds weight on how the interaction will go and move forward. Because the best players in the game, the ones who get the most women, most experience, know how to communicate effectively. Even if the communication is smooth, it's witty, it's charming, it's nice too. I got away with words. And I know how we're going to communicate in this subject and setting. And I know that you're going to like what I got to say. And it doesn't necessarily need to be that I'm going to let you know what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. But the way I say it is going to make you want to hear it. And you're going to be like, I like this better. Fresh breath of air. It's effective communication from start A to start B. Because it can even start with great communication as far as flirting. But then great communication as far as where is this going to lead off. Because you always want to remember when you're with women and you're dating around, you're fucking and all that shit. Even if that's just a bitch you fucking, there is still required effective communication when you're speaking to her. How you're leading the interaction, because even what you say, right? Something as far as letting her know what she wants to hear. Like you want to tell her something like, oh girl, you know I'm gonna come see you tonight. You know I'm gonna be with you. You know you sexy. I don't have a problem with expressing desire now, but it's a thing of overly doing it and overcompensating the expression of desire. Like I said, you don't need to reassure women. Allow them to do as they must, and then once they earn the reassurance down the line, if that comes to it, let that be the thing. But even at the time, you don't gotta do that because that gives off another vibe. You're also pedestalizing something in the moment right there, which is signaling off to her what is going to happen and how she perceives you and perceives other things. Because always remember that the words and what we say and how we say it are extensions of us. This is what we're saying. Even if we're just effortless and moving in a way, just understand there's still more than what needs to be said, right? And I'm not trying to pressure y'all to, I got to think like this and sound robotic. None of that. Relax, but just understand what you say holds weight, and every player knows that in the game, right? The best players in the game, they'll understand that their words hold weight. So even when you're having an interaction, it's important to let her know that, you know what I'm saying? We're going to see each other at 8 p.m. I see you when you get here. Are we having a good time? Actually, I like this vibe. Let's go take it to my room. I want you. Something like that. You can be firm and direct. You can still be cool, charismatic, and charming too. But also remember that the words that you say and how you say it, they lead off clues of who you are. And you want to make sure that you're effectively communicating what you want in that moment. And for those who are not well in communication and having to express their desire, express what they want to say, you can learn that by just having to take a moment back and introspecting on what your desire truly is in this moment. Because most men are either too nervous, most men are just try to overexert confidence. The whole point is just to find the middle ground of who you are and what you are, but understand that when we have our dialogue and we converse with one another, it's like a mental game between us. Now, we're not here to manipulate or strategize, but the game is that she's gonna want to see what you gotta say, right? Because a lot of women are so used to the same common responses. We talk about that often. When I speak on the things like, when she says this, say this, the mouthpiece 101, creating exceptional mouthpieces. This is what I talk about, because again, it's not only just being witty and charming and being able to give her a fresh breath of air with our responses, it's also being able to hold a conversation of depth within the conversation that we're gonna have. Again, you don't gotta talk about your traumas and bullshit that happened to the childhood and shit like that, but you can learn what it is to have a conversation between the both, or know what it's like when you can express a desire. Just be like, I like that, the color on you, that looks really good, and I like that you matched it with me. I see you trying to match me. Something like that. You can just far show some desire, but being able to communicate that, because a lot of men don't even learn or know how to communicate their expression of desire to the woman. I'm not telling you to tell the woman that she looks so beautiful, I gotta have you, oh my God, you're just the one. No, I'm not saying none of that. What I'm saying is that a lot of men don't even know what it's like to flirt, how to flirt, what to say, when to flirt. Now, Everybody has their own method, but we're teaching the way to flirt on this end and we're mastering it. So keep learning that as you go, because men don't know how to express their desires when it comes to women. They get a little too nervous, or they be like, oh, they try to hide away from the expression. No, tell the woman that she look good. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And the only thing that gets wrong is when you let the looks get more overriding what your purpose is for being there. And understand what the moment is. You see, this is why even communication to you and the lady, but communication to yourself is why it's so important.